Hello my friends, my name is Julia and I'm so happy you're joining me. Today I have another Lavinia page for you, and this time it's a one-layer page, something I rarely do, but I liked the result a lot, and there is opportunities to work with dimension in many projects going forward. I have a piece of watercolor cardstock measuring 7.5 by 7.5 inches, and I have this lovely Lavinia house to start with. This house is so amazing that I would love to live there. I'm using a stamping platform to give myself a second chance if my first impression isn't great, and I place that hanging house off center to the right and pick it up with the platform door. I stamped the hanging house in VersaFine Clear Nocturne ink, which is waterproof, and when I have that detailed impression, I stamp it again on masking paper and cut it out. So here is that square piece of thick watercolor cardstock, and I place it in my spray box and put my mask over the house. I'm using my Nuvo shimmer powders again because I had so much fun the last time. This time I'm going for a crisp winter scene, so I use blue blitz and violet brocade along with white perfect pearl powder to add some white shine. I add a small amount of powder in rows horizontally over my page because I want that crisp winter sky. Then I bring out a spray bottle with water and spray heavily to activate the powder. I use the handle of a brush to push the paper down and allow the color to move, and I add powder and water as I need it and keep going until I'm happy. When I have all the color I need, I add extra perfect pearl powder on top because a winter sky is mostly white, and I wanted a white that would show up on my page. I dry my background and then I bring out my set of Inktense pencil to color the house. They are water reactive, so I can scribble them on and use a brush with water to drag the color out. I choose 2 brown and 2 green pencils along with a yellow and an orange. I scribble the darkest brown on the edges of the house and under the roof. The lighter brown is further in. Then I use water on a brush and activate the color, dragging it out. I add more brown and water until I'm happy. Next I do the same with the window, adding the 2 brown pencils and dragging the color out with a wet brush. I add my lightest green on the thing my house is hanging on, and I also add it on the roof along with the darkest green, and I do the same procedure as before. I want just a little of the light green brightening up the house but not overtaking the darker colors. Finally, I add yellow and orange in the window because someone is home in this house, and I blend them out with water. I also add a yellow to the heart at the top, imagining it to be a very small window. Now it's time to stamp some more. I have this mistletoe and VersaFine Clear Rainforest ink. I used the acetate the stamp was on to try out how I want it. I place the stamp there and stamp it in that rainforest green ink. I stamp the mistletoe a second time, coming down from the top of the house. Next I have this hollyberry stamp and I place it at the top of the roof and stamp it twice in VersaFine Clear Rainforest ink. I have another small stamp of a toadstool, I think, and I place it on the roof like it's growing there and stamp it in VersaFine Clear Nocturne ink. Next, I bring out that Lavinia branch I used last time. I place it on the left side and stamp it in VersaFine Clear Nocturne ink. And when I see that it doesn't go over the edge of my page, I use a black marker to make it longer. Next, I have this small bunny called Pippin. I place him on the branch, looking at the house, and stamp him in black VersaFine Nocturne ink. I bring out that small toadstool again and stamp it in black on that branch next to adorable Pippin. I also have this pine branch with pine cones. I start filling in the left side with that pine branch, and here and there I add one of the other branches, both the big and the small. I also fill in the top of my page with that beautiful pine branch coming in from different angles to add interest. When I have all my branches in place, I use a white gel pen to fill in the berries on the mistletoe. And for the holly berries, I use a dark red gel pen. My next move is to bring out that brown Inktense pencil called Saddle Brown. I fill in all the pine cones with that brown pencil. Next, I do what I always do. I bring out black soot archival ink and a blending tool, and I go around the whole page, darkening the edges and the corners. When the edges are dark enough, I use a white gel pen to add highlights to Pippin, the berries and the house. As the last detail before I put this page in a journal is to use that white gel pen to add a light snowfall. I like to do it with a pen, so I have control over the snowfall and I can make it as light as I want. Before I glue the page into my black dilutions journal, I cut a piece of black cardstock slightly bigger than my page and a white piece slightly bigger than the black panel. And I glue the black panel onto the white and then the page onto the black panel. Then I put the page in a heavy book to dry before I glue it into the journal. And now, my friends, this Lavinia Winter Art Journal page is finished. Thank you so much for being here. It means so much to me. Until the next time, happy crafting!